to Momma Fit. This is your upper fix. So for today, you will need a variety of dumbbells. I will actually recommend some light dumbbell work for a lot of these moves, and then a little bit on the heavier end for others, okay? So have a good mix, light, medium, heavy. And other than that, I'm gonna dive into the pre-postnatal disclaimer. If this does not apply to you, go on into that workout. Other than that, hello mama, if you're pregnant or postpartum, let's chat. So first and foremost, please know there are some moves that will be on the ground. Pregnancy, if this bothers you, prop something up, elevate to relieve some of that pressure. Make sure both of you go to the ground and roll to your back instead of just going to the ground immediately. Other than that, some of these moves, I will go ahead and tell you how to adjust them, modify them, especially pregnancy. If you're later on and maybe your abdomen is just getting in the way, I will let you know what to do. Other than that, always watch for signs of intolerance, meaning coning, doming, bulging, sinking in, and or some pelvic floor tension happening. If that takes place, modify the move, regress the move, adjust the move. Other than that, let's go on in to today's workout. We're gonna get started with this one by doing some lat swings. So give me a good karate chop here. Lat with those arms. There we go. Make sure that your arms are the only thing moving, not your chest. All right, so for today's workout, we have 2 rounds. However, each round contains 5 exercises. Each exercise you're doing for a total of 60 seconds, 0 rest. All right, go ahead and come on up for me. Shoulder rolls to the back, really open your chest. I want these big and exaggerated, okay? So what I mean, we're doing 1 through 5, back to back to back to back. You're gonna get a 30-second break. Then what you're gonna do, go ahead and go to the front for me. Big exaggerated, open up that back. You're doing 60 seconds of work, so 1 through 5, 30-second break, or 60-second break, sorry. Go back to the top, 1 through 5, the round is done. All right, so we're jumping from one to the next. It's okay if you need to stop a move a few seconds early. Give me some trunk twist here. Nice and easy if you are pregnant, okay? But if you need to stop a move a few seconds later or start a move a few seconds, and I'm talking like 3, 4, 5 max to be able to get set up, totally okay. All right, I will show you moves coming up. I will show you full out. Then I will show you any modifications, pregnancy, postpartum considerations. All right. All right, come on down to the ground for me real quick. We're gonna thread. So I want you to take one arm under, tap that shoulder down if you can, straight up, switch sides down, tap that shoulder if you can, straight up, switch. Go at your own pace. If you can't get that shoulder down, it's totally okay. Just go with what you can do, okay? Almost there. And last one, grab your water. All right, move 1. I highly recommend starting off with light or no weight here until you get the feel for it, okay? So, first one is gonna be a Superman pullback. You're gonna have your weight here, all right? What you're gonna do, you're gonna lift up, squeeze your glutes, pull back, come up, down, reset, go again. If it's too much, plant your legs. And if it's too much with the weight, I need you to drop it. Pregnancy, postpartum. What I want you to do, you're gonna come up into a quad position. We're doing it twice, so you're gonna focus on one side. Any unilateral work, we'll do one side, get the other, okay? If being on your stomach, pregnancy, postpartum bothers you, come here, rotate that pelvis, core is engaged, one arm up with a light weight, pull it back. Get ready, get set, let's go! Superman pullbacks. So right here, all right? Engage that core, lift up, pull it back, up, down. Nice and controlled. Now, again, if the weight is too much, simply do it without. Drive it down, up. Now, when you get down to here, I need you to squeeze, okay? Squeeze, hold it for a few seconds, okay? Again, pregnancy, postpartum, you're up on all 4. If being on your belly bothers you, right here. All right, now, next move coming up is a kneeling rear delt press with a fly. So you're gonna come into this low kneeling position, get your chest as much over the ground as you can, push back for that rear delt, bring it up, fly it out. Rear delt, and get set, 2, 1, join me, okay? Rotate that pelvis, core is locked and engaged, get those glutes down, press it back for that rear delt, fly it out. Press, fly it out. Again, lighter weight probably for this one, simply because you're putting your body in a, words are hard, kneeling hinged position, okay? So your body is fighting for stability, and it's gonna be doing a lot, okay? So if you need to, come into this kneeling, focus on one side, okay? But I need you to act like you have a small little step stool. That's what you're reaching for with your glutes. You are not coming down into like a squat position, okay? Nice, good karate chop here. Engagement. And again, if you need to do one side, you're right there. Coming up next, you have a concentrated curl to a hammer. And come on up into this kneeling position for me right here. You're gonna do 1, drop it down, rotate it. Hammer curl. Rotate back, bicep. This is all you're doing, all right? If you need to, drop weight. What I don't want to see is that you have to get off of your thigh and swing to get the weight up there, okay? I want your elbow locked in on that thigh. I want you to focus nice and controlled. Don't let gravity win. You're gonna rotate and give me a hammer, okay? Nice and controlled. Concentrated curls are meant to be more challenging than regular, all right? After this, you're coming down into a quad position for me, okay? No butts up. Rotate it, lock it in. You're gonna give me 1 kick back, pull it back out, 1, 2, 3. Ready? Let's go. Follow me. Kick it out for a tricep kick back. Bring it in, elbow stays out. Now kick it back out. Hold here, give me 1, 2, 3. Bring it back in, elbow stays up. Kick it back out for a kick out squeeze. And now kick it back out for those pulses. 1, 2, 3. Kick it back in, kick it back out. Give me those pulses. So you're doing that 1 full kickback, okay? Full tricep kickback. And then you're kicking it back out to do those 3 pulses. So if you want to think of it, you're doing 1.5 tricep kickbacks, but focus on just 1 full good tricep kickback. Then you're going to give me those 3 pulses, okay? Now, in this position, I want the weight in your hands. I don't want you to start to come back here like this. I want good and neutral alignment, ribs over hips, core is nice and engaged here. Again, weight is over that front hand. Your arm, your elbow stays up. And come on down to the ground. You got chest press. I'll show you. I'll grab my weight in just a second. Right here, press up, squeeze those armpits. Act like you have eggs here and you're trying to crack them, okay? When you come down, I want your elbows to not come out to the side. I want them to come slightly in, okay? That's gonna protect your shoulders. Rotate that pelvis. Core is nice and engaged here, all right? Right here. Let me grab my weight now. There we go. If you want a challenge, you can always bring your legs up or kick them out. Get a little bit of core work in there. But again, I don't want you bringing your elbows out to a T. I want you to bring them slightly in, as if you're trying to make an arrow with your top of your head being the point and your elbows being those side wings. And we're gonna relax. There you go. All right, so you have all that one more time. You have a 60-second break period. So think about it. Which exercises where you're like, I could go up in weight? What exercises where you're like, I need to go down in weight? What exercises were you thinking, that was like the perfect weight, but maybe I could challenge myself for a couple of reps? Think about that, okay? Your first one coming up is that Superman pullback. Again, pregnancy, postpartum, or anybody else that it just irritates you laying on your stomach, all right? You're coming into a quad position. Again, none of this. Rotate that, lock it in. Core is nice and engaged. Weights in this hand. Right here, pull it back, hold for just a few seconds. Bring it up. You can also rest down, come back, pull it back. All right, totally okay to do. You have less than 8. So get your weight, get ready. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Superman pullbacks, let's go. Again, if the weight bothers you, drop it, lose it, totally okay. Core is engaged. You're doing great. Coming up next, not yet, I'm just showing you, is that kneeling rear delt with that fly, okay? Feet are flat, you're gonna stick back, rear delt, fly it out. This is coming up, not yet, you have less than 20. I have to grab some water. Sorry, I'm still getting over that congested cold. I have a little bit of sore throat from it. So I'm sorry if I have to take sips of water throughout. All right, you got 3, 2, let's load it, lock it, and go. Now again, if you need to, if this is way too much, whatever arm you did last time, you're gonna switch, you're gonna focus on one side. All right, now for these rear delts, I need you to have a slight bend in your elbow, okay? The more straight your elbow is, the more your triceps are gonna try and take over, okay? So, not that I want you here, all right, but I need you to have a little bend there. Really focus. You should feel it up here, okay? You'll probably feel it a little elsewhere, but primarily up here, okay? Core is locked and engaged. You have no rounding or arching in your back. Keep going. That concentrated bicep curl to hammer curl is coming on up. Other side. 2, 1, switch it out, let's go. Curl it up. Control this movement for me, please. There we go. Remember, you're stronger than you think, mama. You lift babies and children all day, okay? I don't care if you have a newborn. I don't care if you have 1, if you have 5. You're strong because of them. You can do this, I promise. Coming up next is that tricep kickback with those pulses, okay? So remember, it's kind of like 1.5 kickbacks, but it's 1 full kickback, and then you're just getting it back there to do those pulses. So let me show you that real quick before it comes. On all fours, weights in this front hand, none of this. Lock it in for me. Elbow comes up, you're gonna give me a good kickback. You're gonna lock it, give me 3 pulses. Ready? Let's go. So row it up, lock it in here. Kick it back, slowly bring it in. Kick it back, give me 1, 2, 3, bring it back in. Kick it out, squeeze that tricep, bring it in, kick it out, 1, 2, 3. All right, after this will be that chest press coming up. And I wanna show you from this angle real quick. What I'm talking about with your elbows, when you're doing a push-up or a chest press, I do not want you ever coming out like this, okay? So sometimes people will come down into a push-up or a chest press like this and bring it out to a T. That is going to wreck your shoulders over time, okay? It ever so slightly works the chest, just a wee little bit more, but not enough to make it worth it. So instead, bring them down at an angle, okay? So your head's the point of the arrow, your elbows are the outsides, okay? Chest press, let's go. Lock in that core, back is flat, and press. Now, when I ever say back is flat, it's because I wanna make sure that I'm allowing your core to help stabilize so that the right muscles can do this full move. If you were to do this, your low back is actually going to help you in this move a little bit more. Not so much more, but Your low back is trying to help stabilize you, but it can also help do this move, but it can make it a little bit easier because it actually will elevate your chest ever so slightly. So it's not a bad thing to let it go to its natural curve, but I want to lock it out so that we can get a good core work in stabilizing and let this chest really work it out, okay? And relax. So coming up next, round 2, whole new 5 different exercises, okay? Your first move that you're gonna do is gonna be a side kneeling row with a reach. I'm just gonna adjust some weight real quick. Grab your water. So for this next one, bottom leg is gonna be down, okay? This other leg is gonna be kind of at like a 45-degree angle. Weight's right here. You're kneeling over. Your weight is in your hand, core is nice and engaged. You're kind of rotated out towards the side. What you're gonna do with this weight, you're gonna row it up like you would a normal row, flip it, reach. Control this move, and then when you can, make it a little bit more fluid, all right? Start with lighter weight if you need to. All right, get ready, get set, let's go. To modify this move, you're simply going to lessen the weight, all right? If it bugs you to go up into this reach, then what I want you to do, row, down, reach, down, row, down, reach, okay? If it bothers you. If not, use the weight and keep going, okay? Now again, remember, unilateral work, so no worries, we will get the other side. What's coming up next? You're gonna give me bicep curl, punch, punch, all right? Then bring it down. Curl up, punch, punch, bring it down, okay? That is in 13. Get set. You go in 3, 2, 1. Come on up for me. Curl it. Now what I want you to do, punch, punch. Curl it back down, or uncurl, I should say. Release it. Punch, punch. Back down. Up. Punch, punch. You want to go a little bit lighter here, okay? Punch, punch. Now, as you do this, you might want a little bit of a wider stance than normal. I still need you to rotate that pelvis, lock in that core. Ribs are stacked over your hips. When you're doing the curl, elbows are locked in. When you get here, as you punch, rotate and bring that other foot inwards right here, okay? Coming up next, you're going onto the ground. We'll have a chest fly, all right? Chest fly. So you're gonna come down, same thing as your chest press, rotate, lock in that core. You're coming right here. 2, 1, let's go. Again, if you wanna challenge, legs up or legs out. Lock in that core for me. Make sure the weight ends over your chest, not your stomach, not your head. Slight bend in those elbows. Do not let your hands touch the ground. Hover, control up. All right, do not let gravity just snap this down. All right. After this, we're going into a lat pull over. All right. So rotate. You're just gonna drop it back and bring it back up over your chest. 1 or 2 dumbbells, completely up to you, okay? 2, 1, get set, load it up, same thing with your low back. Slight bend in these elbows. All right, right here, exhale, bring it back up, okay? Now, a couple of things I wanna talk about right here. When it comes to this move, the weight starts over your chest. I need a slight bend here in your elbows. Go as far back as you can before your back lifts to pop up off the ground. Keep that locked down, keep your ribs locked down. Your gaze is in front of you or slightly in front of you. I usually prefer slightly in front of you, okay? As you bring it back here, if you go to failure and you have to drop the weight, do not just try to pick it straight up overhead, okay? What I mean, if you come here and you're like, oh, I can't do it, and you fail, totally okay. Failure in exercise is a great thing. All right, what I want you to do, pull it in towards your head, and you're gonna give me a reverse skull crusher, okay? Which coming up is a skull crusher, okay? 3, 2, 1. So what I need you to do here, you're gonna walk in your biceps a little bit back here. Those elbows stay locked in, extend. Get those triceps in there. Walk down your back and ribs, all right? Do not let those ribs flare out. If they start to flare out, I need you to drop weight, okay? I'm gonna move my mic real quick. It's like hitting me. You're about to have your little break, and then we're gonna go through it one final time, all right? If you keep your core engaged here, you're going to get a good workout in that core overall, okay? You're doing great. 2, 1, relax. All right, guess what? You have it just one final time. You're so close to being done, okay? We're gonna go back. We have that side kneeling row reach. You're doing it on the other side, okay? Remember, if doing that reach with the weight is way too much for you, drop it. Do the row with the weight, drop that, and then go into the reach. Just realize there's not really that many, modifications needed for pregnancy postpartum here. As always, pregnancy postpartum, you know this, as I talked about it in the beginning. I talk about it every workout. Watch for signs of intolerance if there are any of them. To modify most of these, you just have to drop weight. Pretty much the biggest thing. But keep watching for signs of intolerance, all right? Watch for that. If that happens, modify, adjust, don't do it, all right? Ready? Place your weight here. Load up that core, row it, kick it up. Good job. Breathe for me, okay? Now, if you want to advance this move, doing it in a side plank full out would be the most challenging. All right. Coming up next, that bicep curl with a punch. I can tell which side I carry my kids on the most and which side I don't. Just lets me know what to work on, which is okay. It's okay to notice those differences. Those are muscle imbalances. You just gotta work on them, okay? Let's go, bicep curls to those punches. I'm going. There we go. Slow that descent down. All right, I don't want gravity winning here, okay? Coming up next is that chest fly. Chest fly. Get ready. I'm gonna go up and wait this time. Yeah, less than 10. So you're gonna lock in that low back, all right? Load it. Ready? Let's go. You're here for the remainder of the workout. So pregnancy, if you have no way to elevate your back and being on your back bothers you, either A, find out how long you can go before it bothers you. Once that happens, roll out. Roll out, give yourself a break, go back in whenever you feel good. If not, you can always go from a standing position and do back flies All right, then you can always do front lifts. All right, so you're gonna be in a hinge position, front lift. I'll show you when we get there. And then you can always do a skull crusher standing, okay? So that lat pullover is coming up. I'll show you that front lift during the lat pullover. But right now, you would just be doing back flies. If being on your back bothers you and you have nothing to help you out. 2, 1, you're going in to that lat pullover. Really make sure as you come up, exhale and really think about getting your ribs down to the top of your hips. Remember, your gaze needs to be directly in front or slightly in front. I prefer slightly in front. If not, you're gonna start letting your head go back like this, and I don't want that, okay? Now, pregnancy, what I'm talking about for the front lift, or you can come here, lift, all right? And if you need to, you can just do one at a time, okay? Totally okay to do. Coming up after this, you have your skull crusher, okay? Don't let those ribs flare up. Lock them down. If that means you can't go that far down, that is okay. I would much rather your form be right than you worry about skull crushers, how many you can do with improper form. So pregnancy, you can also do this standing up. If you really want to change anything, you just do it standing up. Or you can do it sitting. Totally okay to do that too. Give that core a little bit of a break. Keep pushing for me, keep fighting. You're almost done. You are almost done. And woo, relax. Awesome job. What I want you to do is stick one leg out and gently come over. Open up here if you can. Pregnancy, I want you to come in and just rest right here, okay? Don't worry about too much twist here. If you're early on, then most definitely feel free to. But if this is too much, then just come here. Totally okay to do, all right? Go ahead and switch sides. Now, if you love live workouts or you just want additional workouts, come over to the Momma Fit Community. I go live in there every weekend except for the one time that I go live a month over here on YouTube. I do post daily except for Thursdays and Sundays. I'm off on those days. But I do prenatal, postnatal, general fitness, nutrition, recipes. All that is down in the description. Also for mamas, I have Momma Fit Foundations. It's one-on-one training. We can work together. But I also have the Momma Fit Bundle. It has my prenatal focus program, postnatal focus program. It's going to have Momma Fit Revival, which is for 12 plus weeks postpartum. And it's also going to have a deep core and pelvic floor program. Both of those last two are getting launched in 2025. The Momma Fit Revival, go ahead and come on up. Pull in one right here. The Momma Fit Revival is getting launched in January, and the Deep Core Pelvic Floor one, I'm tentatively planning for summertime, but that's a one-time thing. The Momma Fit Bundle, it's a one-time purchase, and then you have it for life, life. So you can use it however many times you want. You don't have to worry about monthly or yearly. You buy it, it's yours. All of that will be down in the description. But please do not feel pressured to do any of that. I would love to help you on your Momma Fit journey, but I know for some, you just kind of prefer to do your own thing, right? No worries, I'm always here. I don't post like prenatal and postnatal specific workouts on here. One day I might, but with time, you know, I have 3 kiddos. One day, maybe. One day. Go ahead and come on up for me. That would be a good plan one day to be able to do that, but once I have more time, I will. Right now I have to work with what I have. Go ahead and switch sides. Go ahead and pull it back. But also if you want more motherhood fitness tips, tricks, advice, just motherhood stuff in general, go on over to my socials. I'm very active over on TikTok and then Instagram, so feel free to come on over to either of those. I'd love to hang out with you. I do post workouts over there, but I'm not like leading or guiding them. I just kind of show you stuff to do and then give you details down in the description. But I also do posts that like talk about go ahead and relax the pelvic floor, diastasis recti, aka the Momma Pooch stuff when it comes to what you should be watching out for in pregnancy, nutrition in pregnancy, postpartum nutrition, stuff for the core postpartum, all these different things that encompasses like everything motherhood fitness. So anyway, that is it for today's workout. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I'm sorry for any sniffling, coughing. I will try to edit it out. If I miss something, I'm so sorry. But thank you for being here. I hope that you have a great day, night, week, weekend, whenever it is for you. And I shall see you very, very soon.